Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in a perfect 10-0.
And it's not just that they're winning, it's how they're winning. All phases of the game coming together for this team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, their head coach has got to believe it in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Throwing on first down. Riley. Wide open receiver complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him on to the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, You go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Back to throw. Riley eluding the pressure right. And this is caught.
I like crossing.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point attempt to come here. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
On 1st and 10, Kane, and he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go. Green,
now some movement before the snap.
False start.
And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5.
Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1.
We paid the whole person.
They're staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun, Kane.
Good job. Way to go up the field, guys.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Redskins send out their punter. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And this one hits at the one, continues on it.
So, you know what? Why did it? We ain't got. No. I ain't bringing back no punts. Fix that too. Should be Lloyd. Okay, good job. Third down back. Okay. Punt returner. Hell no. Nuts.
Into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And some room to roam now. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Oh, man. All right.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of
Butler.
downs.
How to Drake.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green.
Right back to him on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
To throw on second down. Riley. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face
Automatic
mask.
first down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they try the right side here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
He'll get it up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Here's a look at the starters defensively for Washington. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Oh, damn it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Damn it. Okay. Wow.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say
Allen.
they need something good
TA,
to happen right here,
what's wrong away? Get out, get off me, fella. I thought it was. Wasn't sure.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kane.
Oh, way to come up and hit him, Hammer!
A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
From the gun, Kane.
He's short.
On the right side, it's Quarles. And he'll get it up near the 34.
Good job.
Right at the 34 here. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And he said no.
The Redskins send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Oh, you know what?
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Throwing to start the drive. Riley. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Riley. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pick up there, 20 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they're not going to get a playoff here as time will expire on this first quarter. 10-zip our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. The play fake. Riley. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go now.
And on the ground they go with the running
God,
back.
dang it.
Just a yard on the first down
patient,
carry,
be
so it's 2nd and
patient.
9.
Be
Trying a
patient.
quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And that about right there, he ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Butler's hurt,
Now
really?
we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Get him out of there. Gotta get him out of there. Now we gotta depend on the 2 old dudes. That's alright. Back, Butler. I mean, you are. Oh wow.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
What's up?
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Operating from the gun. Riley. Wide open receiver complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Riley going for it all. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Riley. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive
Josh.
football. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Hey, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Look at this Monty. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, Monty, you got to get you out there, dog. Got to get you out here, Monty. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for that. You ain't ready for that.
Wow. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. Kane. He's got it. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kane, and that is incomplete.
Good job.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before...
Oh, these guys try to run a pick play. They try to run a pick play. These cheating rats. Gonna be right there with him, Ananobi. Dudes try to run a pick play.
There and make a play on the ball.
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Off play action. Riley.
Bomb.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh,
Guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Oh, good
The secondary
try.
has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
You almost bought that in. You almost bought it in, big fella. You almost bought it in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Set. Green 39.
From the gun, Riley into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on 1st down. Kane. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Kane going for the deep ball.
Oh, wow.
They went for a big play through the air on 2nd down.
What happened there?
Connect. Now it's 3rd.
What happened there? Why was he?
How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not.
What? I mean, yeah. Hey, look, I want to know what happened too. Oh, okay. That guy ran a double. Wow, that guy ran a double move. Guy ran a double move.
And somehow incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On 3rd down, Kane. And Corliss with it over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Riley. And now he'll tuck. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
On 1st down, Riley.
Oh, what a catch!
He's a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Good job, Bumper. You saw that safety come to the middle of the field, so you knew you had to wait. It's actually a pretty good play, actually. Let's look at this. We saw that safety drop in the box. This guy right here is going to drop into the robber position. So we knew if we threw that, we had to wait. See, he drops right there. And this is the guy we want to target, so we got to wait. We got to wait for him to clear. Good job, son. Good job, Gibby. Way to come and get that.
Throwing on 1st down. Riley. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down. They'll go with the keeper.
What the?
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, we taking our
Now
4th and inches.
the Eagles will
What
use
the?
the
Are
second
you
of their
serious?
timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and sneak it here. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1.
Come on, go fight the fucking Vikings!
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home.
Damn.
And he's in. Touchdown,
You
Eagles.
almost blew that.
It's the fullback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able
Good
to
job,
extend that
Hollenbach.
lead,
I
and
saw you.
always say
Way to
it
create a hole.
change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the visiting Bengals who were able to come away with the road victory. The Bengals, with a hard-fought victory there, is their 6th on the campaign. From there, it's off to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home, Raymond James Stadium. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Jared Goff has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Carson Wentz has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Done. Done with you.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on 2nd down.
Wow.
Kane, it's caught. Corliss, left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And an alley to run. Dancing away at the 30. And a solid run down inside the 30.
Watch it now, Barney!
And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 1st and 10, Kane throwing the slant pattern here complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kane. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
Hold him, bring it back.
Them in check on the scoreboard. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Now let's go. Blue line.
Operating from the gun.
Good job.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
Oh!
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They run it again with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Riley.
Awesome.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young.
All right, hold on, this boy. Get this guy out of there. Huh?
thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
A give. This is Kamara. They'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Kamara. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Riley. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Damn it.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their
That
first, so
damn
2
timeout.
remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
We'll buy that for $1.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Now let's go. Green
He'll get it up the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Riley, this will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Good job, guy. Good job, Hanson.
As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
A try here for the extra point.
Wow.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, right? A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Kane. And Corliss has it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside to break it inside. Really well run route.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll run it here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap.
False
Was
start.
this on the Redskins?
Offense.
I think so. So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Set. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slither by. Finding room inside the 40. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
All right.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. Kane. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
God damn it. Riley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Damn.
Damn,
they look. We tried to catch him slipping with a bomb. Damn, all right.
Just saw the dejection. They felt it. They
Hey,
thought
man,
he
look,
had
this
it.
guy got to get number 1 off that dude, man. What's going on here? Wow.
The Eagles on
Damn,
3rd
they ran
down.
that blitz
They've
about
converted
3
4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Riley. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Leopard. Here we go now. Blue 90.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Operating from the gun. Riley.
Good job. Triple.
That's complete. And he
Triple
has
for your
the
trouble.
first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Oh, wow, he gave way more than 3 yards on that play. You know,
You also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
we ran this all day.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and
all
they
day.
need 8 yards on 3rd down.
I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing.
Here we go now.
I like what I'm seeing.
Green 39.
From the gun, Riley.
I like what I'm seeing.
And his big tight end.
Good job.
They're able to get this one past the 30 down to the
That's what I'm
25.
seeing.
A gain
Yeah,
of
triple for your
19
trouble.
and picking up the 1st.
Trouble for your trouble.
On the counter, here's Kamara.
Oh, wow.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, and you know what? Hey, look, hey,
Part of
that
the
was a good
thinking when
time.
you bring in extra tight
That was a
ends,
good time.
you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your
That was a
runner.
good time.
But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you
You
end
don't
up
want
with.
that guy there. You want that guy there, though.
Set. Blue line it.
Off play action, Riley.
A la Crosser. A la Crosser. A la Crosser. Good job.
He will eventually get it
A la
down
Crosser.
inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27.
A la Crosser. What a great time to use that.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
Good job, Kamara.
He's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way
Good
for their
job,
running
Kamara.
back.
Get these clowns
Now
out
for
of
the
here.
point after.
That was cheap. On that last play. On that last touchdown they had.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
Eagles. Good job.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Set. Blue line it.
On first down, Kane. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Have all those you want.
On the catch there, brings up second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
All right, here we go. 3-19.
To throw on second down, Kane firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Have all those he wants.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. This
all those he wants.
Now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kane throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete.
All those he wants.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
All that they want. You work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
3-19.
Looking to throw on second down. Kane, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
The Redskins on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now.
Operating from the gun. Kane. Wide open receiver complete.
Have all he wants.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
Throwing on first down. Kane. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Oh, they hurt with my guys so they can stop the clock. I love it, don't you?
On 1st and 10. Kane. Finding his safety valve here. That's
have all those he wants.
Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20. 6 yards on the pickup. And it'll be a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Have all those he wants. A nice long drive for him.
14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, Kane. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Back to throw. Kane. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Hey, come on, Nobi.
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
I wouldn't pick that off.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Now let's go. Green 39.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Set. 3-19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hold it. It's incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution. We're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Running with Kamara. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On third down, here's Kamara.
He's got a first down. Don't cheat him.
27-yard line. A good pick.
Oh, these
7
cheating
yards,
rats.
brings up fourth down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Wow. I know, Coach.
The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 23. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. They're all through now in that game in Tampa. Chargers continue to pull away. They have opened that lead up even further. Jared Goff, 2 touchdown passes in the W. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Kane. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing on 1st down. Kane busts through the tackle. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Off the play fake. Kane. Throwing left side, it's complete. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Set. Green 39. Green.
On 1st and 10, Kane. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Good job, guys.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
We gave up 17.
So for Philadelphia, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.